when we talk about Ken Hovind, we bring up the fact that he's a conspiracy theorist, and it goes beyond just the young earth creationism conspiracy, whereby all of academia and all of science is somehow in a conspiracy to reject biblical creation, that we're all just lying about various facets of life in the universe. It goes into crazy New World Order stuff and other right-wing, end-of-the-world insanity. In this case, we have a video, a fresh one from the channel, which seems to be a potato quality re-upload of a YouTube short that's based on one of his old videos. I don't know, but he talks about the pyramids, says a bunch of typical, conspiratorial, almost ancient aliens-esque kind of stuff, and eventually by the end gets into your typical Illuminati New World Order insanity. Like, it goes from just pyramids prove the Bible to, oh, Satan's going to take over the world, and just, it's wild.
The Great Pyramid is a massive building. It is built in Egypt. It may be a fulfillment of this prophecy in Isaiah chapter 19. It says, "In that day there would be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof, and it shall be a sign and a witness for the Lord." The Great Pyramid, here's a schematic drawing of it, showing if you walk in the entrance on the right, where the letter A is, you can take the broad way that leads down to the pit, or you can go to the narrow way, which leads you into the king's chamber. So here you have the symbolism of the broad way and the narrow way. If you go up the narrow way, you end up into a large section called the Grand Gallery, and there are markings along the wall that some people think are actually based on pyramid inches, which actually tells some kind of history of the world. It's got events that correspond to major events in world history. Some of the stones in the Great Pyramid weigh 70 tons. The top is 450 feet high. The capstone was never installed. The entrance goes down the broad way, or you can turn around and change your direction and go up the narrow way to the king's chamber. In the king's chamber, there's an empty tomb. Apparently, the tests have revealed there's never been a person buried in there. The pyramid probably was originally covered with 144,000 casing stones that fit together so tightly that you couldn't even find the seams in many cases, and you definitely couldn't put a piece of paper between them. The capstone was never found. Revelation 7 tells us there's going to be 144,000 of the children of Israel that are sealed in the book of Revelation. Interesting. 144,000 sealed stones encased the Great Pyramid. So this may be something, Christian symbolism, I don't know. Ephesians talks about the whole body being fitly joined together. Matthew tells about the stone that the builders rejected became the head of the corner. Same thing in Mark chapter 12. The stone which the builders rejected, Luke 20, the stone the builders rejected has become the head of the corner. It could be that the pyramid, if it is a Christian symbol, has the capstone, the chief cornerstone, not installed because God is telling us he's not done doing his work here yet. Of course, Satan has abused this and used the Great Pyramid as the symbol on the back of the $1 bill. It's a symbol for the New World Order. Notice on the $1 bill they show the left eye, which is what is often used in Satan worship, and they have a gap between the eye and the pyramid. This is supposed to be symbolic of the idea that Lucifer has not been installed as the world ruler yet. They're hoping, of course, to get Lucifer installed. And in front it says, Norvis Odo Seclorum, New World Order, New Order of the Ages. This is the symbol for the New World Order, has been on a dollar bill since 1935. In front, there are things growing. In the back, it's desert. How that they're going to bring in their New World Order. The 13 lines of stone on the Great Pyramid here apparently represent the 13 degrees of the Masonic Lodge, and that's all ties in. We cover more on that on video number 5.
See what I mean? Absolute nut job.